generic generic tools you would use to maintain a home.
Let me make a secret check here in the background.
Yeah, you know, your shovels, rakes, and type crap.
Sure. Okay. This Lowe's is in very good condition, all things being said. Although there are no vehicles left outside of it, it appears to be mostly untouched, as if you are the first folks to really set inside once the post-apocalyptic environment had been taken. There are some things like missing, perhaps, but that being said, it's very well stocked. So what I can basically tell you here is a list of things that you will want from Lowe's, and if I think that I would find that within my Lowe's, you can have it.
Ooh, do we have the space to take it?
That's a good question. Your Japanese import has been a little compacted now with the damage.
Okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to have to lash together a bunch of the shopping carts together. We're going to tie it to the back of the Japanese import. We're going to make it a wagon.
In addition, you do end up coming across something else that ends up being a person of sorts, which I will kick to Chris.
Sorts.
A person of sorts, yes.
Of sorts.
We know how shady Chris's characters end up being.
Fire.
But the idea, Chris, that your character has ended up being inside of a Lowe's for whatever particular reason might have interested her at the time. And you can begin leading with whatever description or background that you would choose to do, appearances, what the situation might be.
Liberal like that. Oh god. The time you sweep down the aisles, you actually come in contact. She comes into view, and by she comes into view, I mean the tip of a crossbow bolt does. Still knocked inside a rather heavy-looking crossbow. She points it directly at your chest area and says, "What the hell are you doing in my store?"
Whose chest area?
I would assume whoever's in front, so that would probably be Tony.
That would definitely be Tony.
Listen, lady, I've already wrecked one car today. I'm not going to wreck your life. Put the crossbow down, please. We're not here for trouble.
All right. Since Tony's as trusty as he is, she is gonna just lower the crossbow. Kind of look over at the other people there. So, you came in a car?
Hell, right.
What's left of it?
Shh.
Still giving Tony a kind of slightly glaring look.
Everyone has off days.
The pain is real, man.
Walk it off.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I assume you've been saying that.
Tony has an external-internal monologue.
External-internal.
Yeah.
Ace will crane around and say, "I don't suppose you have a car, Miss...
Ritter. Grace Ritter.
Miss Ritter." Any other form of transportation would do. I presume that Lowe's rigs might still be around given the condition of the store?
Honestly, I can't drive a goddamn car. There should be a cab in the back. I'm not sure if it has any fuel in it. I've really only been in here for about a day. I had to get the hell out of Frederick.
What happened to
Long
Frederick?
way to go on foot in a day.
Bike.
You pedaled all the way here.
Yeah, I've been resting here
Long
for...
way to go on bike, too.
That's not that far. It's like maybe 15 miles. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It was 15 miles from the base to where we're at now. Everything's 15 miles.
Everything's 15 miles.
15 miles. It's a standard...
Just go to DC. It's only 15 miles away.
Yeah.
Either
You know,
way.
if you have a problem with my approximate measurements, according to what Google Maps tells me, we're welcome to just throw it all under the table and just give
Apparently the
nebulous
world
numbers.
is not the sphere we believe it to be.
10 minutes after you left, the Funmobile arrived. Everyone's partying in Fort Drake.
We came in a car. I mean, it's kind of... He already said that, so...
It came in a car. It's not exactly a big car. It's Japanese imports, a plastic piece of crap.
It's for like pieces of car put back together anyway.
Hey, I haven't touched it. It's all.
Is it?
Look,
'Cause it was missing some parts when you first showed it to us.
Ace says, very smooth, you two.
yeah, you sure you guys are... how the hell have you people lived?
Don't ask me.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
That's usually how it works.
That does tend to
Smile
work pretty
at that.
well.
Ace
So
says,
stop
I don't
that.
travel with these jokers.
This is the
You-
first
you
time
do
he's actually come
have
with
a
us.
different bit of air about you, do you?
Ace says,
Glasses.
yeah, this was the first time, and I can safely say that after we get back, it'll be the last.
All right.
So I assume by
Uh,
back you mean you actually have a place to stay.
Of sorts.
So what are you looking to do here? What's you moving on or
What's your angle?
Well, it's getting a fair bit more dangerous to stay alone out there.
Ace says,
You seen those dancing motherfuckers?
Ace says in response to Trusty Tony, she looks pretty acute to me.
I'll give you that.
It doesn't matter how attentive I am. If too many of those things sneak up on me, if I just miss one of them, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I was kind of more talking about the current situation of this.
This store?
Yeah.
The store? That's,
I was standing
Oh.
here not sure if we should shoot each other or not.
well,
Are we cool or
I can hope you guys aren't going to shoot me, because
because we're looking to take things from what you're calling your store and yeah.
Look, usually the crossbow makes people leave right away.
Well, there's 3 of us, and I have a feeling that takes more than a couple seconds to reload.
I've also been shot by a shotgun, so a crossbow really doesn't scare me.
Most people aren't smart enough to realize that.
It would hurt a lot.
So, are you looking for trouble, or
She's going to answer
You
that
just-
by unknocking the bolt.
all right? I assume I'd be carrying the gun pretty much anywhere we go
Yeah.
into, even if it wasn't raised. We'll reholster the pistol.
So, in your time staying here, have you seen any of the walkers, the zombies, whatever you call them?
I've seen plenty of walkers. I've seen a couple of the dancers. You know,
In
the
the
ones with the
store?
weird ass hands.
In
no,
the
not,
store?
not here. No, on the way here. Really dumped me on a bike.
Yeah, they've been known to do that. You don't want to get you don't want them to get a hold of you.
Oh, I know, I've seen it.
So have I.
Actually. A couple.
Mm,
No.
mm.
Beyond that, what the hell is up with the bears?
They seem to be infected.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but infected. I haven't seen infected do anything like what's been coming up lately.
Mm.
Well, like you said, it's getting harder and harder to survive.
The infection's evolving. That's something a friend of ours would say. I don't know.
So, you do have a place that's at least safer than out here. She'll wave her hands around.
We like to think it is.
Something like that, yeah.
Any chance I could, get out of...
Depends on what you can contribute. It's not much of a, stay for free kind of place. We all
Expect as much?
do things. So what do you do?
I'm
Like
not...
Ace over here, he's really good with flying stuff.
I was a bit of a burglar before all this happened.
Okay,
Code-
well,
Instinctively,
burglary isn't
Tony's
much of
gonna
a big
reach.
deal anymore because
Instinctively, Tony's
police
gonna
are
look
kind
for.
of gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true enough.
Mm.
Get into almost any locked door. Can,
Ace says, I'm sure she'd be quieter than Tony.
Well, if that's the only defining
Also-
criteria to join, I think we can hire about anybody.
I've also got some experience with computers. Done a fair bit of work wiring and, well, unwiring alarm systems.
What do you think Riggs would think if we brought back another computer person?
A snorts and says, I know what Riggs would say if we brought back anyone.
I think it might be funny enough just to do it for that reason alone.
He shrugs and says, I mean, you look at the condition of the store. I'm sure we can ply him with other things, make him forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll distract him.
Riggs could probably use the reprieve.
Riggs is pretty easy to distract. I've been doing it for years.
Huh.
Anyway.
So,
alright, well, I guess...
Well, other than general stuff, what are you looking for here? Can at least help you around the aisles.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, that's... We're here to get shit, so... If you want to help us move it out to the car, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, I can lend a hand, especially if, you still got a spot back there.
I'm actually going to... As be like, okay, well, let's start gathering stuff and actually look to get a shopping cart.
Sure, that's easy.
And start just pushing it around to get the things we're looking for.
You can definitely do that.
Get all the PVC pipe you can find.
One thing I definitely want to look for is at least, I would say one chainsaw, but I'm going to say two because Tony's going to wreck one of them trying to build something else.
That's definitely possible. 2 chainsaws.
It's a little bit easier to find than a snowblower.
You folks might want to type this down, by the way, if you're interested in finding things. Like I said, it's pretty much a mostly, if not fully stocked Lowe's.
Okay, I got a text document started.
We're going, like, at least in the area that we're inhabiting, we're going to need to do some kind of lawn work. Like, honestly, it seems silly, but it's going to eventually get there, probably next season, like
so
next
you want to get a lawnmower.
The grass is already tall after all of those months that the fort had been abandoned.
As worried as we've been about rats, we don't really want tall grass.
So you want to get a lawnmower.
Yep. Preferably one that like pulls itself. That would be great.
You want a Roomba lawnmower? I don't even think they make those.
Roomba mower.
I could probably figure one make. We could probably jury rig some.
I mean the one where the front wheels turn to help you push it along.
A 4-wheel drive.
It's more of a joke.
Lawnmower. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. This Roomba lawnmower shit.
Yeah,
like, you got me.
You just leave it in your lawn and it drives around.
It sounds like some Google shit I don't want on my lawn.
Eats the neighborhood pets and children.
Well, they won't stand on your lawn anymore.
It won't do.
So can we find like a push lawnmower, like not like a motorized one of those really old?
You mean the like spinning blade ones?
Yeah.
You can
oh my god, you can mow the lawns with that thing.
You can definitely find one of those, sure.
Worst case scenario is like...
No, that's all you if that's what we're getting.
One oldie time lawnmower.
Oldie time. You sure you want that one? What the hell was your name? You're looking at it.
Tony.
You sure you want that, Tony? Have you ever tried to mow a lawn with that?
This is Ace.
I'm just trying to think about the space we have in the car. It's a little Japanese import. It's not going to have that much space. And,
tie it to the roof.
With the chainsaws.
Ace says roof looks a little fucked up right now.
Use extra ties.
Suppose we could find those here. Yeah, I might as well pick some of those up, and Ace goes wandering through the aisles.
Tony's going to try to find like it.
Because I think like the chainsaws, lawnmower, and PVC are probably going to be the big items.
How much PVC pipe can we find?
How much PVC pipe do you want?
There's a ton of PVC pipe.
At least 100 feet for now.
Easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
The general maintenance tools.
And if you're looking to paint the sedan blue, you can also do that here.
Plenty of spray paint. Blue spray paint.
Should probably get some of that. You never know when that stuff could be useful.
What else do we actually need? I imagine like large amounts of wood would be great, but I don't think we can really haul it right now.
You're really not capable of hauling lumber.
I'm just gonna put down a large selection of tools for maintenance.
I really feel like at some point we do need to try to bring like the flatbed here, like if we clear out the roads first, and just take all of the wood.
Or just take everything?
Pretty much. As much as we... Like, yeah, all the raw materials. At the very least.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I have written down is 2 chainsaws, 1 oldie time lawnmower, 100 feet of PVC pipe, a large selection of tools for maintenance. What else do we get?
You're going to get a large number of, a vast assortment of bungee cords. Ace will bring those.
All of the assorted seeds.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother itemizing.
Or even looking at what they are.
You know, it's a shitload of food items, herbs. If we're just grabbing them all, we're going to end up with a bunch of flowers and shit, too.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Flowers are useful.
Yeah, Ace is willing to sweep that under the let Eugene look at it later rug.
Yep.
Just walk down the aisle with, like, your hand in the...
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
We're going to fill up the floorboards of the car with it.
Whatever, man.
File that under not my problem.
Did he say if he needs any, like, fertilizer or anything?
No, I don't think so. It's hydroponics, bro.
I don't know shit about that.
Ace shrugs, I don't know.
He didn't say, but if he did, I don't remember.
He did say that he wanted some books from the fucking library, that's all I heard.
What kind of books? Would they have any here in the gardening section?
It does not appear to be the case. Looks like, from what Ace can remember, Potman wanted, like, Farmer's Almanac, like, farming knowledge and stuff, like, everything to do about when would be the right time to grow such and such crops, you know, what crops are suitable for the local area, stuff like that, herbicides.
You don't think there might be, like, a basic beginner's guide to gardening type thing here?
It's possible, but there's not.
Or even, like, a gardening weekly from, like, a month ago?
It's possible, but there's not.
Oh.
All right.
The looters got to them before we did.
They had their priorities straight.
Of course they did.
I mean, it's hard to tell whether, you know, any other looters that may have come through took like 100 feet of PVC pipe, 2 chainsaws, and a lawnmower, because there's still a lot of PVC pipe, chainsaws, and lawnmower.
It might have just been, like, the blanks might be things that weren't restocked.
Sort of.
That's what the idea, yeah. We kind of needed the seeds.
Okay, so, can we find...
What else do you really buy at a hardware store?
Do these chainsaws run off electricity or gasoline? I'm assuming gasoline, because
it would be gasoline.
Right. Yeah, we would want gasoline.
Especially if you have a car.
Okay, so...
Some jerry cans.
Yeah, you would definitely find some, like 1 and like 5-gallon gasoline containers.
I'm gonna get some hoses too, so you can siphon out of cars.
You can definitely get hoses.
Hoses, jerry can. Okay. Lots of arbitrarily long amounts of hoses.
They don't need to be that long.
You don't know.
You don't know, Tony. You don't know me.
Ace,
You're right, I don't know.
Ace like starts standing for the battery sections, begins like ripping open the packs and like inserting like all sorts of batteries into like his netting and his garb that he wears.
So he's getting like the AA, the AAA, and the D batteries and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing.
What do they have in terms of battery
batteries?
charging devices?
There would be some of those that you would plug in smaller batteries, like say the AA, the AAA.
Would there happen to be also like a car battery charger?
Sure.
Call an alternator.
There would definitely be a car battery charger located here. You could definitely pick up one of those.
Alternator is fine if you can already start the car. We have completely dead batteries,
car battery charger pulls off normal power supply, and actually, you know, it's almost like it's on like a little dolly that you can like wheel out like a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about like if they have that? Do they have jump packs or anything like that? Like the hand carried ones that you can. It's like you can jump a car with it. But
You
it's
mean
just,
hug? You mean take from your car that's already up? Take your car and turn it to the other one?
No, not jumper cables. A pack that has a battery in it that you can just set in front of the car. It has the 2 clamps. So you clamp it on and then you can start the car from it.
Let me see here. Let me check.
It's
They do.
jumper
So
pack.
that's something we can just leave in the trunk of the car we're driving. When we find another car we can use, you just jump it if it has a dead battery and take it. Like,
Okay, so what I have right now is 2 chainsaws, 1 oldie-time lawnmower, 100 feet of PVC pipe, large selection of tools for maintenance, vast assortment of bungee cords, seeds of all kinds, hoses, a jerry can, 1 car battery charger, and a jumper pack. Am I missing something?
honestly, that sounds like a full
Dig,
car.
Piece of shit drill. It's gonna be overfull. You're gonna like that. You know, the car is pretty tiny. You're gonna have like strapped a bunch of stuff on top of the bungee cords, and it's gonna be a little unwieldy to drive a bit more. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Tony's gonna drive.
Do you
slow.
want to attempt to jury rig build a trailer we can attach to the back of it?
That
Yes, I do.
We have all the things we need here to do it.
We could. There's probably. Yeah, I'm not saying my own. I was going to say there's probably food. I'm like, no, this is Lowe's. Lowe's doesn't sell food, unless it does.
There might be a couple little jerky type items at the register, but otherwise,
Sure,
no.
a couple little jerky items, like a couple of bottles of incredibly warm soda.
Yeah, they always have the little Coke
Yeah.
fridge things and stuff at the
Yeah.
checkout aisles.
So yeah.
Do you want to take the time to try to build this?
I don't know. I don't know how it would. I don't know how it would improve our situation, but I'll do it anyways.
Ace will say, you know, it was brought up that there might be an 18-wheeler in the back. Maybe we can see if there's a trailer back there as well. There's got to be some trailers, some pallets. I might be able to make something happen back there without having to worry about making a makeshift trailer for an already damaged car. Or, with the tools that we already have, we could go looking for another vehicle.
Yeah, I do like the other vehicle idea. Because I do want to get a pickup. Because I think it'll help a lot for these excursions.
Okay, let's go check out the 18-wheeler first and foremost. It's right there.
Okay.
And if we get a pickup, you could actually use... We could use some of those tarps you wanted to just cover up whatever's in the back and tie it
That's
down.
just the thing we were supposed to get. Tarps.
Yeah.
You can definitely get tarps.
Good.
It's a tarp!
Yeah. Tarps, they're really useful. So
We're
what's
gonna
the
go out back.
Looks like the 18-wheeler, the Trusty Tony's trained eye, although he's not really familiar with, like, you know, like, working on these, has seen far better days. His best guess would be, like, someone who was panicking, like, drove it in, like, last minute. It's almost got no fuel. Gauge is pretty rough. The tires look pretty rough on it, too.
You want to take a chance with it? Fletch?
What kind of back does it have on it? Or is it just a cab?
It's just a rig. No back. But there are definitely, like, loads, like, you know, shipping containers, a few of them that you could attach to it. With your incredible trailer attaching skills.
Hey, we've done it twice now. We know what we gotta do.
Do we really need it right now?
Or you're talking about, like, filling up the cab with stuff? That's actually an idea.
Ace shrugs and says, you know, it was in much better condition, but given its current state, we might have to replace the tires before we even go back on the road with it.
Well, this is a hardware store. There are jacks.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they have tires that big here.
They don't.
Unless the thing had one of those Sears Auto Centers attachments, which this one doesn't.
It does not.
Jury rig some
Tires.
lawnmower tires onto it.
Yeah. Tires, God.
Yeah, that'll be at a -10 penalty, I think.
Only
10, 10, 10.
If it's
10,
only -10, I say we go for it.
Fucking right.
10, 10, 10, 10.
Tony's just rubbing this tiny little lawnmower tire against it, hoping it'll work.
It'll be a -10 for each tire, and Trusty Tony wouldn't know whether his rolls were successful until you took it on the road.
-10 per lug.
So I think right now we just remember to strip this for parts later in case our rig, breaks down.
Why don't we just go and search, like, the local area right around the hardware store for another vehicle?
Sure, we've got time. I was expecting this to take longer, but
it would probably be faster than, putting everything in this one car and then going 5 miles an hour so we don't get wrecked.
or me spending an hour to fashion up a trailer hitch.
To build one.
An hour, he says?
It'd probably be like 4 or 5 hours easy.
I don't know shit about cars, but that sounds stupid.
We'd literally be building a trailer from scratch.
You would be.
Well, let's go search in the local area and see if we can find anything.
Alright. Let me go ahead and make some secret hidden rolls.
Oh god.
We'll bring the jump pack along just in case.
Is it a full charge?
I don't know.
Hidden rolls.
Flip the switch on it and see if it has any power in it.
Should at least have enough to start
Here.
8.
Stick your finger in the two ends and we'll turn it on.
It has a little voltmeter on them usually.
Yeah, thing's fine.
Okay. Well, the four of you set out, scouring the local area to find a truck, a pickup truck, something suitable for your purposes, and maybe about 20 minutes later, you four don't come across any trouble in your journey, not any that you see, anyway. And I do imagine that given the condition, you are attempting to move around carefully, keeping your eyes peeled, and you don't spot anything to sort. You do find and come across what appears to be a little red Toyota pickup truck. It's actually got a clutch for drive and stick shift. It appears to be in fairly good condition.
Raise your hand if you actually know how to drive stick shift here.
Nope. My hand is in the air, but you can't see it.
Okay. IRL, I don't know. I don't know how to drive a stick shift, but Tony does. Yeah, it's right here. But
I have before, but I'd definitely be rusty on it if I tried to pick it up now. Probably fuck up the clutch and ride it.
Okay, well, Toyota one isn't the ideal one to find, but it'll at least carry stuff.
Yeah. Well, definitely a carry thing. It appears to be in a much better condition than your Japanese import.
This is a Japanese import as well.
Yeah.
It does not start. It looks like the keys are in the ignition and it's still turned to on.
Ah. Well then, this sounds like a mighty coincidence.
Gonna definitely pop up the hood then.
Alright. Let's see here. Mechanics type thing. Why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence plus mechanics, Chris?
Just wanted to pop up the hood, didn't want to put anything on.
Sure. But you don't have any mechanics, you just do electronics.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, that's the realm for Trusty Tony. Engine looks like the best thing that you can say for just by fiddling with the vehicle for a few minutes. Battery. It's dead. Doesn't look like anything else was wrong with the vehicle.
Yeah, it's just the battery. Some idiot left the lights on, probably.
Does the jump pack actually have a charge? That was something we asked before we walked out of the parking lot, but...
It does not. Looks like a...
We would have just left it back there with the first car.
Well, let's go back into the low store and find some jumper cables, and then we'll bring the swagmobile over.
Why don't just pop some of the trunks in these cars? I bet one of them has some.
A battery in it?
No, jumper cables.
I don't know, man.
Has a couple.
It takes maybe 5-6 minutes, but sure, you can find a set of jumper cables.
Alright.
Then just put it in neutral and push it up to one of the other cars, and...
Alright.
What if the other cars don't turn on?
They don't have to. We can just use their battery.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you don't need them to turn on.
We don't care whether we ruin that car's battery or not.
I see.
We just want this one to start.
All right.
Yeah. The four of you combined can easily push. The Toyota's not that big. It's a little baby pickup truck, but
Tiny bit.
certainly sort of tasks.
It's surprisingly easy to push several thousand pounds when it's on wheels.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, it does take a little bit of time, but you folks are able to get the Toyota to another vehicle that does have a battery charge and jump the Toyota. It comes to life.
Well, here you go, Fletch. Here's your very own Toyota pickup truck.
Little shrug. I mean,
Looks like it's fairly good on gas, maybe 3/4 of a tank.
it's a pickup, which is something we didn't have before.
Oh yeah.
It's Japanese. That means it's pretty okay with reliability.
Honestly, and I'm not like a brand elitist or anything, but for pickups, you typically want American ones because they have a lot higher towing and hauling capacities.